The Counselor.
Okay, and we are back. Welcome back to The Counselor. I am so glad to be here. I just want to encourage you guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Just from 30 days of doing this show, I am just amazed at how many of you guys are supporting this show. It really makes me feel like you want me here. So I want you guys, quit looking at me, join in the conversation. Well, you can look at me, but pick up the phone, join in the conversation, get out of my calendar, and we'll talk about the subject. Okay, whatever you find important. So right now, parents, I want you to go get your kids, and I want you guys to sit down and watch The Counselor together. All right, we're going to be talking about symptoms of anxiety in teenagers. You know, you guys, some people always, why are you always referring to the younger people? Well, they're the ones watching YouTube right now, but also they're impressionable. They're ready to learn. They're sponges. And what we're trying to do is avoid what's been going on prior to 2022 when these kids are self-medicating and they're dying because they're turning to drugs and alcohol. All right. And how we can do this is we need to address this head on. And parents, I want you to pick up the phone. Give me a call. Let me know how you're feeling about the subject matter. And if you want to mention some things, or parents of adults now that went through and learned how to help with teens, please, by all means, comment below, give us a call, email us, or slide up in my DMs. All right. So we were talking about anxiety a little bit last show. We're going to just talk about some of the common causes of anxiety. We're going to talk about symptom anxiety in teenagers, and we're going to talk about some treatment opportunities. All right, so let's go. All right, so as we identified, anxiety is a fear characterized by behavior disturbances, right? So whatever is going on, whether it's something in your head, mental or physical, there are going to be some effects from being anxious or that fear that you're trying to avoid. All right. So anxiety is not always related to an underlying condition. It may be caused by quite a few things. Stress that can result from work, school, personal relationships. So for teens, it is a lot of pressure having to deal with being either at the top of your class or having to deal with being at the bottom of the class. There are kids in school, believe it or not, that get straight A's. And then there are kids in school that get straight F's. All right. So that's a huge gap. And I know I'm playing it, but then the rest of you guys kind of fall in the middle. So the ones that get the straight A's are not just sitting there and just doing every piece of their homework so easily and that's how they're getting it. No, they're taking the time to ask teachers questions. What? I asked a question to teachers, something I didn't understand? Yes, that's what they're there for. If you don't want to do it in front of the class, I'm sure that they have already set up ways that you can contact them privately. And I promise you, they're not going to announce in the class that Tyler emailed me last night, guys. And guess what? He couldn't figure out what a derivative was. That's not going on. All right? He doesn't even know what A squared plus B squared plus C squared is. They're not doing that to you in the teacher's lounge. All right? They want you to open up and say something to them. They want you to go up to them and say after class, say, hey, Mrs. Whoever, I didn't understand what was going on for homework last night. I didn't turn it in because I didn't do anything on the piece of paper. Can I have an opportunity to come with you after class, or can we sit down right now and help me figure out what I'm missing, why I can't figure out this geography at all? Why can't I figure out this algebra? And that's your job, is to assist you in your learning. So all of this excessive worrying that you guys doing can lead to more issues if you don't start taking care of why you're worrying about some of these things. All right, that's just one example. Another thing is all you teens trying to look like all these people on TikTok and Instagram. All right. It takes money. You're skinny, you're small, you're heavy set, whatever size you are. That's what you look like. You can't make yourself look like someone on TikTok. I see some of these skinny little guys at the gym. I mean, their arms are literally this big. You can put their whole arm through there. And they're like shaking, trying to lift the weights up. And I'm like, dude, it's going to be okay. You're going to get the mass when it comes. You can't make it come any faster. All right. So it's important that you pay attention to some of these causes of anxiety. It's very important for you. All right. In personal relationships, and I'm talking to you teenagers, you're not in love. Stop. Okay. Enjoy yourself when you're young. You're not in love. Okay. Knock it off. All right. And if that person cheats on you, he's 15. He doesn't know morals like that yet. He may not go to church. His parents may not have a moral fiber bone in their body. Who knows? You can't sit there and take these things personal. All right, they're 15. You're 16 years old. You don't know what love is. You just holding hands and sitting on the phone with each other all day. Hold on, honey. I'll call you right back. Okay? While they're sitting right there with you. Okay? That's what goes on. It's too much. It becomes too intense. You start worrying if someone's going to break up with you. Worrying if they're going to like another girl. Of course they're going to like another girl. All right? They're boys. Same with girls. Of course she's going to like another boy. All right? This is going to happen. So drowning yourself in your sorrows, crying about it, causing your anxiety in your body to start having physical symptoms, that's not what you need. You need to start resolving some of these ridiculous, out of control problems. The cutest boy in the school can only have one girlfriend at one time. I promise you. All right? You can only have one. You can't have 15 of them because they're all going to find out at some point. And everybody likes to post in a relationship on Facebook, married or whatever, or together, picture together, your first photo together is like so important. These are important. And I love the way that our age of life is growing and developing, but it's causing you guys to have higher issues and higher problems, which are causing you to result in doing other things to solve it. All right. So we want to break these things down just for you to kind of see that a lot of this stuff you guys are causing on yourself, which in turn, the next time someone offers you a glass of alcohol, you might just take it. Okay, so you don't want to get to that point anymore. What we're trying to do is stop this behavior, help you identify it so you can move on. All right, emotional trauma. Yes. That's hard. A lot of people do have a lot of emotional trauma. Mom doesn't care about you. She cares about her boyfriend. I thought my relationship was going to always be the same, but now she doesn't care about it anymore. Vice versa. Mothers, my daughter was my best friend. Now she's with that boyfriend. Get over it. All right? Get over it. It's okay. That person has to live. Emotional trauma. And mom, if you're having those situations, I need you to pick up the phone right now and you give us a call and we're going to talk with you, because that's what we want to do. Is we want to start reaching you before you continue in this mistake that you're making, or dads, and then causing your kids to start dealing with this unnecessary stress. Mom, if you can't handle not having your daughter at home and not having her home and want her to be home on the weekends and every day with you and under your skirt, that eventually that child is going to get stressed out. No matter what fantasy is going on in your head, that child would like to have friends his or her age. So at sometimes, parents, you need to start letting go too. You need to release that grip out of your children's back and allow them to start becoming and formulating to be healthy adults. All right. Financial concerns, kids, if you guys got financial issues at 15, give us a call. All right, we can help you at least try to give you some direction on what services and programs are out there that sometimes people just don't know. You know, and I know many of you go get a job because you want to help your families out, and I commend every one of you that take the time to start working at 16 or 15 and a half, taking summer schools to help your family, help your single mom, help your dad that's unemployed. I applaud you guys for taking on responsibility because that's going to lessen the burden in the household, right? So it's important that if you do see financial issues, don't ask for a pair of Jordans for school when you know your parents can't afford it. It's wintertime, go get a shovel, oh my gosh, and walk around your neighborhood and ask to shovel some garages. Or clean some sneakers at the mall. Or ask around. Ask your church pastor if they have any extra jobs available. Can I mow the lawn? Right? Start doing something to alleviate these financial concerns that seem to have you guys so stressed out, right, that you want to turn to an illicit substance to feel better for that day. Oh, all right. All these baby feelings, you got to start growing up and dealing with life. And parents, let them. Because if you don't let your kids start dealing with life, when life hits them hard, they're going to fall down so hard, you're not going to be able to pull them up. All right. So pay attention. All right. And pick up a book and read it. I say this a lot to new parents. Okay, yes, you didn't have to read anything to make the child, but you're going to have to read something to maintain and help that child and rear that child up in the right way. You don't know everything at 19. You don't know everything as a mother. Okay? Oh, close your mouth, stop arguing back about everything, and listen. All right? Listen. And if you don't want to hear someone, go to the library and read something. All right? Read about being a parent. Go to parenting class. It's okay. DCF is not coming after you because you wanted to educate yourself on how to be a good parent. Remember, these cycles are continuing over and over again. Your mom had you at 16. You had your baby at 16. Somebody missed something along the road because guess what? We're not supposed to be having babies at 16. That happened in 1940, 1930, 18. This is 2021. You do not need a baby in your teenage years. Okay, that's not going to calm you down. I hate that fable. I hate, she had that baby. That baby calmed her down. No, it didn't. It did not calm her down. She's responsible now all of a sudden. He's responsible now all of a sudden and don't know what to do. So instead of making them, go get a book and sit down as a family and start learning how to raise children. All right. Stress caused by a chronic or serious medical condition. You know, these are things that some of us can't help. You know, when someone finds out that they have diabetes, or if they found out that they have cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer, these things are stressful because those are situations that you cannot control. All right. So why try to deal with it by yourself? Why keep it in and hold it in? It's only going to continue to make your anxiety grow or even cause you to start having anxiety. Talk to someone. Pick up the phone. I know, especially in Massachusetts and a few other states, I know California, therapy counseling is pretty much covered by your insurance. Take advantage of us. I may not be the representative of all therapists, but I am a therapist and I work with people. And it's important that you get these things out. We can motivate you to try some different things to work on yourself. All right. So let's keep on going. A major event or performance. So, you know, having to read a poem in front of the school, that's making you anxious, right? That can cause severe anxiety. Don't do it. If you can't do it, don't. Don't push yourself if you can't do it. Some people, yes, you might need to push yourself because you are talented. Somebody had to push me to come out and do this, the counselor. You're right. Okay, so sometimes you get nervous when you're exploring situations, right? new situations, and it does cause anxiety. But you know what? Try it. You never know the results. All right. And then you can always say, you know what? I did that. Now, will you see Sheldon, myself here, ever jump out of a plane and fly skydive? Not on your life. I don't care what's going on. I don't care how many people on my back. That's not happening. All right. So some people, if you know it's not going to be something you can do, don't do it. All right. Side effects of certain medications. Some people, when they, especially with this COVID shot, great example, right? When people started getting the vaccine, everyone's getting nervous. Oh my God, do you see the side effects? My DNA is going to alter. I'm going to turn to an alien, right? All these different things that you're hearing on the news and on these private newspapers and these different programs on YouTube channels. All these phobias that they're creating and fear that they're putting in you based on things that they don't know themselves, right? And even that, I'm not getting the COVID vaccination because it's not even been tested. No one knows what's going to happen to me. All right, well, we're going to watch me because I got it back in August, all right? So you guys watch me every day and see if anything changes. And if it does, please let me know. So it's important that, you start thinking about these side effects don't happen to everyone. If you get on high blood pressure, everyone is not going to have the same side effects. So it's important that you take a deep breath. And we're going to learn some breathing and meditation techniques through this week. But take a deep breath and realize that everything is going to be okay. All right? So alcohol consumption, drugs such as cocaine. So when you are snorting the white powder up your nose, we call it cocaine. I know for a fact that 3/4 of it is lidocaine. Okay. So when people are putting that stuff up their nose, right? All these things are starting to make you feel nervous. Your heart starts beating, right? Some people get paranoid that someone's going to see them when they're doing drugs. Some people, when they're over drinking, become nervous that they might have a heart attack, that they're going to get a hole in their liver one day, that, they're burning their esophagus. You should hear these stories. All right. So it's common causes when you are getting high and drinking. Yes, that is anxiety that's coming in because remember, it's a mind altering substance when you're putting some drug in your body. So now, based on yourself not being yourself, of course, you're going to become fearful. All right. And then lack of oxygen. Some people, when they get into a higher place, they start having a panic attack because they feel like they can't breathe. All right. So that is a real thing. So symptoms of anxiety in teenagers. All right, so let's do the first one. Emotional and behavioral symptoms. They might become restless, right? They're walking around, they're pacing. You tell them go to bed. They're telling you, no, I can't sleep. They're crying. I know this happens in some households, and I know some houses don't even try to yell back at your parents. But when you're seeing these type of things happening, start thinking about it. Open up your mind. It may not be them being rebellious. They're just dealing with what they might think or is an issue, but it could be actually anxiety. All right. Agitated, another thing. I know as a child, I wasn't allowed to be agitated in front of adults, right? I couldn't speak my mind, right? So sometimes when you're agitated as a teenager, you may not be allowed to express how you're feeling. So some of us just start crying. Some of us, go in color. And some of us, go hang out with our friends and play basketball, right? So it's all about how you're dealing with these symptoms, all right? Tense. Tenseness is another thing. Parents, when your kids are complaining that their back is hurting, when they're complaining that their arm feels tight, listen to them. And if you take them to the doctor, and the doctor, physical doctor, the MD, and they're saying, whatever. Take them to a psychiatrist. Take them to someone else that may be able to treat those symptoms and recognize that, no, it may not be physically from something that happened. It could be anxiety being built up in their body. All right. So they're sensitive to criticism, or may be extremely uncomfortable in social situations. So kids are and social media is something that parents, you need to start paying a lot more attention to. These kids are killing themselves, committing suicide because they got somebody talking about them on their post. Well, just let me let you guys know something right now. If you're posting something public, everyone is not going to say something good or nice to you. All right. And it's all about you dealing with what's happening with you. You're social now. This is an entirely new situation where people are using the internet every day. I mean, I walk around sometimes and you can literally see people with their head in their phone like this, watching everything from their phone. I'm like, I wonder if they're actually paying attention, that they're about to step on a pothole right there. Oop, no, they didn't. Right? So kids are in their phones a lot. They're posting things. They're trying to show body pics like they see online. They're trying to do these one-step dances and all that stuff. And guess what? I think they're cute. I'm trying to learn myself. But they're trying to do it, and it doesn't look like what they're seeing online. So again, teenagers, you have to realize something. TikToks are actual productions. Some people actually take the time, as you can see, and create a beautiful atmosphere for you to watch. Even if it's a 3-minute video, if it's aesthetically good looking for your eyes, you're going to watch. Okay? Some people are in the gym doing 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 sit-ups, okay, trying to keep a washboard stomach. Some people are doing pull-up bars all day, jumping on trees like monkeys. I mean, they want that upper body looking like what they see in other videos that are posted. So parents, I want you guys to realize when these children are scrolling through these pages, they want to be like what they're seeing. Remember when the Kylie Jenner lip thing came out, when they were sucking, doing the sucking thing with their lips, making their lips look bigger. I mean, it was frightening. I thought I was looking at an alien, but people caught on to it and thought it was cute. And so all of a sudden you're seeing these people with these big swollen lips, like walking down the street as though that was cute. It is. Okay. But guess what? It's a fad. It'll go away. Right. All right. So yes, you're going to get criticized. You're going to, socially, someone's not going to always like you. That's fine. I always give advice to a couple kids that I talk to from time to time. They used to talk about how they got picked on in high school and all this stuff, and their friends picked on them in junior high school. This is how I thought about it when I went to high school. Half of them are going to be drug dealers. Another part of them are going to be prostitutes, right? In jail, criminals, right? Some of them are going to be, people that don't give a crap about their life. They're going to fall by the wayside. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but yes, where do you think the prostitutes are coming from? Where do you think the drug dealers are coming from? People who had nothing else to do in high school but pick on someone else. They didn't have time to do their homework. They didn't care about their grades. They had their hair done and new Jordans on. They thought they were running school. And then guess what? When you graduate, all right, because we went off to college, those kids were sitting in Springfield like, what am I going to do here? I either got to get paid or not. Or those people were sitting in Hollywood, right? Sitting, how am I going to get paid now? Like, I'm not in school no more. My parents cut me off, right? So that's what you got to start worrying about. Is what next? So when you have someone in school picking on you for your sneakers or your clothes, let me tell you a good example, which I did write in my book, and you guys need to get this as a copy. I was picked on in school for rocking Champion. I promise you. Champion that you guys are wearing right now, paying $60 and $80 for. Bradley's at the time. And I think Walmart used to sell Champion. And I loved it. When I went school shopping, my dad brought us to Bradley's or whatever, and I grabbed what I thought looked good. I didn't care, right? I was at the top of my class. I did very well in high school and junior high school. And so I'm rocking Champion, and people looking at me, what is Champion? Oh, my God, you shop at Bradley's? You shop at Walmart? I said, I liked it. What's the problem? I didn't get it. Do you know that those people's same children right now are wearing the exact clothes that they picked on me in high school for? And if you don't believe me, pick up my book. It's in chapter 1, I'm sorry. All right? It's hilarious. And I wrote this in 2008, so Champion wasn't back out at that time. All right? So my point is, don't let people pick on you. Wear what you want. Do what you want to do. If you're having good grades, who cares what someone who has straight F's have to say about you? Really, who cares? Do you? Do you really? You shouldn't. Because they're not that important. And they're not going to be important because they're not taking their life seriously. I've seen it. I'm a little bit older now. But I've seen throughout these generations, when you guys graduate high school, you guys go like this. Some go to college, and some go to selling drugs or prostitution or stripping. Some people go find a technical program where they'll learn a trade, and they'll get in that trade, right? Okay, so you guys split like this. So my point is, who cares what someone has to say about you in high school? All right. Physical symptoms, sore or tense muscles. We talked about that. Urge to urinate frequently. So you ever see someone get nervous and they got to pee? That's a physical symptom. All right. And then mental symptoms. Trouble focusing. You have poor concentration. You can't really concentrate. And again, some parents who are ignorant and of anxiety and symptom anxiety or don't believe in anxiety, they start yelling at your children. And parents, I want you to pay attention to this as well. It may be what they're telling you. Have them checked out. That's why this show is so important. I want you guys to pick up the phone. If you feel like that is you in any way, some of the things that we've been talking about, please pick up the phone. Give us a call. You can call me at the number that's below. You can email me at promo@thecounselor.live, or you can slide up in my DMs.
The counselor. The counselor.
Hey guys, my name is Sheldon Stovall, and I am the counselor. Just want to let you know my books have just arrived. Where is the storehouse? Fresh, right off the press. I want to give a shout out to my boys at Arrow Studios for making all this possible. The counselor. If you want your pre-ordered copy for my book signing February 10th, we want you to order today. You can contact me at thecounselor.live. Our phone number is listed on our website, or you can go order it online, www.amazon.com. But more importantly, you can get your own personal autographed copy from me, Sheldon Stovall, and we'll see you soon. So order today.